5:01, our top story. Oakland's police chief is pleading for witnesses to Sunday's brazen homicide of an Asian woman in Little Saigon.
Yeah, I want those witnesses to come forward. That woman who was killed was a prominent dentist in the community. KRON 4's Will Tran is live outside her office in the East Bay with what we know so far. Will?
James, one of our offices is right behind me. Not sure if it's even open in the future because I know dentists oftentimes have partners, but we are in front of her building. This morning, the search continues for whoever shot and killed Lili Xu. Let me show you a picture of her. This all went down on Sunday afternoon at around 2 o'clock in broad daylight, and they're searching for the shooter or shooters, and at this point, they don't have a motive who would shoot and kill the popular 60-year-old. She was a prominent dentist. And then on top of that, just about 5 years ago, guys, she recently got into ballet. And it was her partners in ballet dancing that held a community rally yesterday and remembered her. She also, right now at this particular point, they have the surveillance footage, but they're looking for witnesses. And in that surveillance footage, it shows a white four-door Lexus pulling up to the car. Lili Xu just turned 60 years old a couple of weeks ago. She and her partner pull up to this location in Little Saigon, and out of the blue, a car pulls up and fires multiple times at them. She dies from her injuries, so they're still searching for that white Lexus. They're also searching for a white Tesla with a distinctive rack, a luggage rack, and then a bike rack in the back of that car. They believe whoever was in that car, a person or people in that car, could be possible witnesses along with that surveillance footage to track down whoever was in that white Lexus. Now, we got a chance to track down the Oakland police chief. He is asking people to come forward and help solve this murder.
The vehicle that we would like to speak to, or the occupants of that vehicle, is a white Tesla four-door vehicle with distinct characteristics. Our investigators are seeking to identify and speak with the occupants of that vehicle. What we saw here was so tragic, and I hope that someone out there is inspired to share what they saw. We cannot allow people who commit these type of crimes to remain in our community.
So James Daria, just to recap, they believe it was a white Lexus, the people inside that white Lexus that shot and killed Lili Xu. They're looking for a white Tesla. That person or people are not in trouble, just possible witnesses. In the meantime, they are still looking through that neighborhood for more surveillance footage. Back to you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Will.
And as the investigation continues, the friends of the family and the community are mourning the passing of the dentist. Members of Oakland's Asian community gathered outside City Hall yesterday, remembering Xu and demanding that police and local lawmakers do whatever they can to prevent this escalating violence against the AAPI community.
We need the politicians, we need all the people to play their part to do the work. But it's the same thing. It was a lot of empty promises.
The president of the Oakland Chinatown Chamber of Commerce says that the Oakland City Council needs to do more to keep the neighborhood and its residents safe.
Well, community members held a vigil near where that attack happened at East 11th Street and 5th Avenue in Oakland. We have KRON 4's Taylor Prisacki with more about what happened there.
Flowers, candles, and community messages now lie in the area where 60-year-old Lili Xu lost her life on Sunday after she was shot and killed in an attempted robbery in Oakland's Little Saigon neighborhood. Xu was a beloved dentist who lived and worked in Oakland.
Everybody just love her. Just think she's so kind, always with very shiny, smiling.
Eve Zhang was one of Dr. Xu's patients and close friends. Zhang says they also participated in ballet classes together and recently had a recital where they also celebrated Xu's birthday just a couple of weeks ago. Zhang says she's still in disbelief after just celebrating Xu's life.
I feel like she was alive. She was with us. She was dancing. She was a swan. You know, she was dancing so beautiful. All of a sudden, she's gone. So everybody's so angry and just shocked.
Neighbors and community members commiserated together on Monday, sharing their growing concerns for Oakland residents.
Very scared because happened. I saw every day that happened on the street, and for my customer, I want to avoid that happen. I'm so sorry to Dr. Xu.
Tell your youngsters to stop doing that violence. Tell the shooters, the active shooters, the people who are in risk, who want to do harm because you want to come up, stop it. Because you're killing not only a human life, you're killing our community.
City and community leaders also spoke out about the growing attacks against Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders, saying all communities must come together to stop this senseless violence.
This is an Oakland issue, and you can see here the multiracial solidarity and support of Dr. Xu. I really want to acknowledge that. This is not an Asian Pacific Islander issue only, it's an Oakland issue.
In Oakland, Taylor Bisacki, KRON 4 News.
Richmond police had their hands full after responding to two deadly shootings. Police say that one of those two deadly shootings was a drive-by. The incident was first reported about 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon along 5th Street and McDonald Avenue, right in front of the 4th Street Park. Police say they found a 30-year-old man dead in the street. A 65-year-old man was found shot in the park, and he was taken to the hospital with major injuries but is expected to survive. Officers say at least 40 rounds were fired. The second shooting happened about an hour later, this time in the area of McDonald Avenue and 24th Street. In this case, a 35-year-old man was shot in the stomach. He ended up dying at the hospital.
An autopsy is going to be performed today on the remains that were found at the bottom of a reservoir in Placer County.
Authorities say those remains are likely those of 16-year-old Kylie Rodney, who went missing 2 weeks ago. We've got Monica Deanda now with the story.
It was located inside the Prosser Lake. It was located within a search zone that we have been searching since the very beginning.
More than 2 weeks after the search for 16-year-old Kylie Rodney began, authorities believe she's been found. Fox 40 spoke Saturday with the volunteer group Adventures with Purpose as they searched nearby waters. Then on Sunday, the team announced they'd found Kylie's 2013 silver Honda SUV in Prosser Creek Reservoir.
We placed 2 sonar boats in the water. By 11:15 a.m., Nick detected an object underwater using cutting-edge Garmin sonar technology. I was able to then confirm that it was, in fact, a vehicle in roughly 14 feet of water and only 55 feet offshore.
The vehicle found in an area that law enforcement had previously searched.
The lake was extensively searched with side sonar, with an ROV. We had divers, we had swimmers. There were numerous boats. Yuba County, Alameda, Nevada County, Placer County. Swimmers came from Washoe County. We had divers from every single one of those agencies and then some.
So how is it that law enforcement wasn't able to locate Kylie's car sooner?
The car was reported at 14 or 15 feet. However, the water level since the 6th has also dropped a vertical 3.5 to 4 feet, which could be 20 to 25 feet off of shore. So a lot of things have changed in those aspects.
Another factor, the practice and expertise in using this kind of equipment. And also,
my understanding is the vehicle was upside down. That also makes it more difficult. And if silt and things come up above, that can also make things difficult.
We went on a drive to see for ourselves just how close Kylie may have been to the party. We drove down 2 different routes that Kylie's car may have been driven through before ending up here at Prosser Creek Reservoir. And both of them were about 3/4 of a mile in distance. Captain Sam Brown says that this investigation is ongoing and they can't rule out foul play just yet. But for the community that's rallied around the Rodney Neiman family, this news is devastating.
My heart goes out to all of them. I just am glad that there's not a huge question mark anymore, and that at least they have her. The family has their daughter.
Well, Pleasant Hill police are asking for the public's help now in locating this girl, 14-year-old Lila Petrick. She left her home 3 days ago, might have headed to Antioch. She stands 5 feet 4 inches tall. She has, as you can see the picture here, long brown hair and brown eyes. She weighs about 110 pounds and was last seen wearing pajamas. She could be with a friend. Anyone who may have seen her or knows about her whereabouts is asked to call Pleasant Hill Police. We'll take a break here at 5:11. Still ahead on the KRON 4 Morning News, the face of coronavirus response. Dr. Anthony Fauci announcing he's stepping down, but he's not retiring just yet. We'll explain. Plus, the East Bay Municipal Utility District has agreed to pay a hefty fine now for dumping wastewater in the San Francisco Bay last year. And after the break, sideshows popping up throughout the Bay Area this weekend. We'll tell you what one San Jose official says needs to be done to stop it.
And today is set to be a little cooler than yesterday was. It's just the start of a trend of weather that continually gets cooler day by day, especially for our hot inland areas. I'll talk about the relief that'll bring us in your forecast.
And hitting the road on this Tuesday morning, we are tracking your commute. We'll have an updated look at that once we get back from break.